When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Lolly Daskal. My friends, each and every day, we look to chase the right things. Why? How? Well, that's through following price movement and volume. And those are the metrics that we really watch here so closely. We do use Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. We throw in a trend line and we go to town and we can see the market psychology as it plays its way out. I've got a great training I'm going to put at the end of today's video for you. It is on volume and how the market psychology of volume and price movement, well, how the market psychology is shown to you as you compare volume with price movement. It is so illustrative of what's going on and helps you understand these colors and these rectangles on the screen and what they're actually telling you. It's what all the great traders have used over time. And of course, now we don't have to live in New York City. We don't have to spend our time on the exchange each day or have one of those old ticker machines. We can watch it live from anywhere in the world. That's what makes this so much fun. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks and gold are up. Bonds and Bitcoin are down. Let's jump first into the S&P 500. We are now looking at a red doji for the week. Volume is okay with 2 more days left. First day of the latest 2-day candles a little green. We're okay on the volume so far. You can see where the market really jacked up in the morning and then pulled back a lot in the afternoon with increasing volume. So we'll see how that plays out as we move in tomorrow. We are below the weekly trend line. Don't really have an ability to draw any other kind of trend line unless we want to go just completely horizontal, which doesn't help in any way. So we will keep an eye on things. There is some inherent weakness in this market. We have seen a 10-point decline in the S&P on the directional probability continuing up over the last day as we run just the numbers. So that's important, and we'll continue to watch, wait, and see. The directional probability is okay right now, but again, there is some weakness inherent in the system. Let's look at where we are on the NASDAQ 100, up 0.71% for the day. Little green spinning top there after a green spinning top last week. It has clearly moved below the weekly trend line on the weekly chart. Volume is higher on the NASDAQ as compared to the S&P 500. We can see a green 2-day candle sitting right there on the trend line. Like the S&P up in the morning, pulling back some in the afternoon with decreasing volume. So again, we'll continue to wait, watch, and see as the week moves along. We've also had a decent amount of reduction in the directional probability up in the NASDAQ 100 between yesterday and today. So that is where we are. Things flattening going into the 3rd week. Again, lots of ranging last week, some ranging this week, and we will continue to watch, wait, and see what catalyzing event is going to roll this market over. Again, the charts show us in real time what's going on, what the market is thinking, and can help us in forecasting where things are going to go. You only learn this by doing it on a daily basis. We only ask for 10 to 15 minutes. Let's look at 20-year U.S. government bonds pulling back. We can see at the end of the day, had green candles moving up decently since last Friday, first red that we've seen. That's in the afternoon with decreasing volume. On the 2-day, you can see where it has reached a higher high. That happened, of course, in the morning on Wednesday. Green up candle, volume is low. We'll see what happens on the course of tomorrow for this week, reaching a higher high for the week. And again, we'll watch as we look at our directional probability. It is more than a coin toss bullish, but again, we are watching some weakness, particularly at the end of the day. But we do have 3 green up candles with increasing candles, wicks, moving higher. But as we look at volume, it has been below average since the week beginning the 15th of September. That's the last time it was average. Since then, below average volume. Did get close to average volume last week. We'll see how we do this week. What about gold? Golly, my friends, another 1.73% up. It had just every day rockets up. We are at a high bullishness in directional probability, decent backtest accuracy, predicted more up movement in gold. So again, it's just beautiful. If you've been riding gold, my friends, you have been on the gravy train. Volume 2 more days left and is almost up to average on that weekly chart. Decent volume first day of the latest 2-day candle with a higher high. You see where it was up in the morning to a high of 387.61 in the afternoon, 387.75. So it went even a little higher. And volume high in the morning, well, a little above average, and below average in the afternoon. So again, gold just continues its tear. I hope you're long on it with us in your practice trade. I always throw in practice trade because we're not a stock, gold, Bitcoin, or bond calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice with us. Let's jump into HODL. That is Bitcoin down 1.22%. But for an up move on Wednesday afternoon, the 8th, since Tuesday the 7th, Bitcoin has just been hammering down, hasn't it? Down again today. Volume's about average in the morning, a little below average in the afternoon. So again, Bitcoin has that weight. It is listed as bearish on our directional probability, just a little more than a coin toss. But it is the only bearish thing on our chart right now, as far as the 5 ETFs that we track on a daily basis. So after 2 weeks of Bitcoin trying to move up, it is down for this week and bearish for us right now. My friends, thank you so much for being with us. Always love to hear from you. Patreon members, thank you always for your support. We so appreciate you trusting in us and helping support us, helping us carry the weight of the cost of putting the channel on. Thank you so much. If you appreciate what we do and you want to become a Patreon supporter, hey, first thing you get is my latest book. The only way you can get my book is to be a Patreon supporter. That is 3-Wave Trading Advantage. You'll get that in your first email along with our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, The Charting Wealth Way. If you're interested in options, we got what I think some of the best training on the internet. Simple, direct, stuff you can use to start practice trading options right away. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.